Since the start of this year, concerns are growing over African food insecurity. This is due to rising food prices in many parts of the continent. Food insecurity is also being exacerbated by the looming peak of El Niño climate pattern that is driving extreme weather conditions across the globe, especially in southern and West Africa. In southern Africa, Zambia already declared a state of emergency in January. Malawi followed suit in February. In early April, Zimbabwe also declared the ongoing drought a national disaster. The drought in southern Africa has reached crisis levels, with Botswana and Angola to the west and Mozambique and Madagascar to the east also facing hunger. Meanwhile, in West Africa, Ivory Coast and Ghana are facing catastrophic cocoa crop harvests, resulting in record-high cocoa prices. The root causes of the cocoa crisis are rampant illegal gold mining, climate change, sector mismanagement, and rapidly spreading disease. The fear is this could spread to food crops soon. Some of Africa's largest economies are seeing food prices surge on the back of domestic and external factors. Countries with large populations affected by rising food prices include Nigeria, Egypt, Angola, Ethiopia, and South Africa. There are growing concerns that both large and small countries will see heightened risk of food riots and other forms of civil unrest. Food insecurity is a major issue ahead of looming elections on the continent. In the coming 3 months, major votes will take place in South Africa, Togo, Madagascar, Mauritania, and Chad. All of these are considered food insecure and prone to violent unrest. The countries with the highest risk of civil unrest in Africa are mostly in the volatile Coup Belt in the Sahel, as well as the Great Lakes region. Pangaea Risk updates its risk scores on a quarterly basis, and food insecurity is a key consideration for determining a country's forward-looking risk rating. Countries of highest concern in terms of political instability and unrest are small states such as Malawi, Burundi, and Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone faces mounting risks of political instability and civil unrest following the controversial June 2023 election. As food prices again spike this year, the risk of violent protests, riots, looting, and even a military coup will spike in the impoverished West African country. Elsewhere in Africa, food insecurity threatens to derail monetary easing policies as inflation again surges in major economies like Egypt and Nigeria. Central banks across the continent had hoped to start lowering interest rates this year. Such a scenario is becoming less probable in countries that are affected by both climate change and food insecurity factors.